Yeah, baby.
Can you put us or no? What? You need to blow your nose? You need to blow your nose.
Oh, Allie's logged in. So, log off. Enjoy your change.
Um, because of the cost for the book vending machine, why am I planning to do a presentation at the January PTO with like a quote, here's what we're thinking. Is that good?
Yep. From all the money we raised for the sale.
Yes.
How much did we get?
It was 100 something, 175 something.
Yeah, it was 142.
I didn't make it, so.
And then we.
Yeah.
I emailed the phone number, and I told her to spend $285.
She forwarded it to me, thank you, thank you.
Little Christmas present.
Oh, I just realized it's midnight, I'm sorry.
Oh, I rented next gen. Are we still on for the pizza bake though?
Yeah.
Did you bring the keys? Did you try one?
I don't know how many people need their phone. Their phone. I think we do too, I think we need maybe 10 people or 15 people.
Thought it was like 20.
I would think it was a weird number, like 12 or 30.
Yeah.
But
Yes, it knows.
We have teachers coming tonight? That's the thing, it's probably unique, but we have lots of volunteers, like every time we volunteer, there's lots of people active.
Which is good.
That's true.
A lot of people came to the meeting this year because they were afraid. So a lot of people came when Kelly was here because they were afraid.
I guess it doesn't scary.
I mean, I love her for that, but you don't want to get on her bad side.
I was just gonna say you don't cross.
No, you don't. You don't.
Summer's
Happy on the good side.
Really, summer always strong.
People are so busy.
Yes.
Like if there's 1 month I feel like. You want to go? Yeah, can you draw? Sure, yes, sir.
One of the miles.
No, okay. Can you draw? Sometimes. Yeah.
So that's 15 people for election. Oh, quorum is 15 people. Quorum of regular.
Yeah,
meeting.
that's like.
Yeah, so we needed to vote on tonight.
The minutes from October and November.
It was just being, so it wasn't. Just.
Don't know for.
Yes. We won that.
We'll go ahead and get started. This might be a short meeting. Review Spencer, I'm not sure what that is.
Just like trying to think. And my husband is watching the kids over last.
We need like.
Yes, I know, that's what I was.
Okay. All of us in the room know each other, Michelle, Mallory, you guys know who we are. Yes. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We can't approve the October, November minutes, we'll have to postpone it till next month. Mr. Hyden.
Okay, I'm actually gonna sit.
It's fine.
Thank you. It's great to see everybody. Just kind of looking back on the last month or so, obviously we had conferences and breaking there, and thank you to PTO for the turkey trot. Sorry I wasn't there, but I heard it was a great success and it continues to grow. So thank you for all of your work with the turkey trot. We had more students involved this year, which was great, and more staff, and continues to grow. So thank you, PTO, and all the parents and participants. So it was definitely a great event. Also looking back, last night, we had our instrumental and chorus concerts. The kids, they always do a good job, a great job. But they really hit it out of the park last night, considering it's December. Typically, you see the progression to the spring. They're ahead of schedule in terms of what we typically expect. They did a wonderful job. So thank you to Mr. Snyder, the teachers, the custodians, obviously Mrs. Lombard and Mrs. Urban, and also to her colleagues who come out and help her with child or student management in the back. Mr. B and Mrs. Benamy, just.
She's
you know,
an every.
They show up. They show up.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah,
she's
so,
amazing.
and they were here, they were with us putting the chairs, so I
She
just.
was the turkey trot handing
Yep.
out the medals.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
And just
Yep.
really, just to give another kudos to Miss Dunning, she came to the Frozen Kids production at
Yes.
Pedro. There were 10 NPE students in
Yep.
that production. She stood there and she wrote a note to each student to put into their Kiss the Cast bag, and the kids went nuts.
Yeah, that's great. She did share that with me, so thank you. Also, a big thank you to all the volunteers who came out for the book fair last week. We really appreciate that. You may have seen in my e-blast, we are doing.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's so good.
All her folks in the orange. Carolyn.
NPE is doing the same service project as we did last year. We're helping out the Community Action Agency to put together care bags at the MLK Day of in service, not in service, Day of Service in January. We're also going to be having our second annual school-wide NPE MLK assembly. And we are doing another homegrown poem this year. We have 5th grade student ambassadors, which help my cultural proficiency teacher leaders in their work. These same students are also leading our community gatherings next week when we have K-2 and 3 to 5. Students are doing a lot of the activities, so we're looking forward to that. Going back to MLK, middle school, we're anticipating 44 middle school students to come back. So after the school-wide assembly. We'll have middle school students assisting students K-5 in different projects. Last year, we did it for the first time, trying to refine it, involve more students across the school this year. It looks like we're able to do so. So we're excited about that. Just one note coming up next week, next Friday. I know it's in today's e-blast. It's a half day scheduled for students, 12:30 dismissal, modified kindergarten. I think that schedule went out today. So
Can I, what happens with lunch? Does everyone eat lunch before?
No lunch.
Yes, no lunch.
on a 12:30 dismissal, there's no lunch.
Question about that. Is that, do we have, like at my school, like we have to give them lunch? Is that like a, not a law or something?
I can only speak, I've been in 3 districts and we've never
know
served
why
lunch,
they-
so I can't speak for
They
yours.
keep saying that, like we have to feed them lunch. I'm
If
like,
you hit a certain time of day, you do, but 12:30 is not that time.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, 12:30.
Weird, isn't it?
How you doing?
Cool.
Hey.
That's
Yeah, no, you're good. 12:30.
Ours is
Yeah.
1, but it's like, it's strange.
Well, then maybe that's, if it was
Maybe
1,
it's a
we
half
probably
hour
knew.
difference.
Yeah. Yeah. So no lunch provided. So any other questions? Actually, it's one of my shorter reports tonight. but-
Do we have any additional information about the district-wide program?
Yes, actually, thank you for that. Last year, the PTOs were told, well, however that came about, pulled together, I'm just saying, or put together. This year, that's not the case. I'm gonna talk to this PTO. I think what we're thinking is, the district said, ask the building level teams, do PTOs want to provide refreshments, things like that? So I think they're leading it to the individual buildings. I think the ask that I will probably bring back is potentially, because if all 5 schools do just refreshments, that's not going to work either. So my teacher leader team and I are going to talk about what items we think we might need for the service project. So I think we'll be asking for potentially, if at all, specific items that we can use in the creation of the care bags.
Okay.
So it could be like travel size toiletries that maybe we don't get a lot
Okay.
from the school community, from the student body.
Yeah.
And say, hey, we're kind of light on this. Can you help us get 50 toothpastes or whatever it might be? So for tonight, I don't have a specific ask or need. But whatever we feel we need more of, I may come back to this
Okay.
group.
Let us know.
Are they doing the thing at the middle school again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That
Yes.
was fun.
Yes.
Because for that,
I like that.
we had to, our PTO group was asked to provide tablecloths, napkins and plates.
Yeah, so
That
far
we
that's
had
not
to-
come to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That comes with some.
And that's my report for tonight. It's actually pretty short from there.
I did have one question because
Sure.
I wanted to get information over to someone. Kindergarten is registration is currently open right now?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes,
it was
is.
March 1st, right?
March 1st is the deadline.
Okay.
For the lottery. To be fair, I don't think we've actually, I mean, the chances of having a lottery the last few years have been very slim. It was more of an issue when we only had 3 teachers. And if I had 1 AM class, so we still keep it there just in case the enrollment's really low or really high, and it looks like there might be an issue. The chances are, everyone that is registered, chances are, by March 1st, whatever the ask is or the preference, parents will more than likely receive it. Can't guarantee it, but the last few years, we did a lottery only for like 2 or 3 slots because everyone else got what they wanted. So, and then everyone else goes on a waiting list. So.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
No teacher reports.
Yes,
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure before we went out.
We'll give them a break.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will say they've had a lot of night events and I knew that this was gonna be a tough one tonight. So I may have been a little like, okay.
That's fine.
May I do a final report for second shot?
I wrote a full night's sleep, so. So, the 2020 turkey trot was a huge success. And that thanks so much to all of you guys. Anyone who volunteered, ran the race, promoted it, like, we really appreciate you guys. As Mr. Heinley said, we had a lot of staff involvement and more student involvement, and I think that was amazing. Carolyn Wren, Claire McHugh, Mrs. Lombard, Mrs. Urban, and Miss Benamy, like, all came out instead of the finish line. They were race marshals, ran the race, and they helped organize like the Star Spangled Banner. So that was really like special, I think, this year, just to see so many familiar faces. We had 42 sponsors this year. Not all of them were like paying, some we promoted in the middle. We had 1,596 registrations, and out of that, we checked in 1,538 participants, so we had like a 96% like check-in rate, which was great, but like, so I think, like, to me, I don't, like, we still did really well, but our numbers were higher than last year, but we only made like 1,000 or so more than last year, because our expenses were so much higher. So part of the reason why the expenses were, we made about $32,000. And, that's like after everything is all said and done. And there's like a little bit of a discrepancy between like our records and like the bank accounts right now, like what Shannon has reported. So we're gonna look at that after the new year.
Okay.
And figure it out, but it's about like $1,000 difference that we have. And we're thinking some of it is fees, like the PayPal fees and stuff like that, that we wouldn't have known when we reported the stuff. And then some might be like donations that came in that maybe weren't like, maybe someone bought something, but it wasn't marked like Turkey Trot or, you know. So we're gonna look more into that. But we had a lot more expenses this year because we had like a much higher percentage or more people registered and got the t-shirts. So our t-shirt expense is like $4,000 more than last year. Just prices went up, like our graphic design went up. We had to pay a lot more for security this year. And I think that'll be an ongoing issue in the future. Yeah, we were able to, like, we added some different things this year. I don't know if we'll do it next year, like with having like the raffles and selling the sweatshirts. We are, like, this is a 2-year commitment. So next, like, I guess in like May, when we go to April, in April, if anybody, and I'll put it out to the committee too, but anyone is able to do this, if anybody wants to run to be a co-director of the Turkey Trot, like, you would get trained next year. The first year you don't get any stipend, and the second year you do get a stipend. So if anybody, thinking about it, I think Tracy and I would be up for it again if nobody else volunteers, but it is big commitment. It's a big job. It's a big job, but it's doable, and you have lots of help. So, yeah. So I think it was good. So I think PTO can confidently say like $32,000 for PTO. Yeah.
I think the best one I heard was when we were doing the check-in at Ducklings, and one of the guys is like, yeah, this has really become like a cult classic. And I was like, yes, it has.
There's people there that we know from elsewhere, I'm like, how did you, they're like, oh, this, that, and they ended up here, I'm like.
And the t-shirts have become like collector's items.
Oh, yeah.
We had a whole box of 2022 t-shirts left over. And we were just giving them away to people, and they went really quickly. Every t-shirt was taken on race day. We still have a handful of sweatshirts left.
We do.
Yeah.
Welcome to anybody back. I wear mine all the time.
I mean, I bought this one because I didn't have a hoodie, and then I wanted it, so, and Tracy bought one for her.
Tracy and I stood at the concert, we, tried
Yeah.
to hustle up some sales, but.
Still next year, like, we still have them, we can, I think the problem is like, they cost $22 a piece to make, and we sold them for 30, so we weren't making like, so even, like, we lowered it down, if we want to buy one, it's $25, but it's still like, if we.
That's a steal.
It's a good.
I mean, it really is.
But, so I don't know, maybe we'll hold on to them for next year, or if you need any prizes
Oh, that's a good idea.
or anything, just.
Maybe the bingo night.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And we want to stick.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I also thought maybe we could give some to nursing to keep it
Yeah.
all, but
Oh, that's a good idea.
But it's just, we only have like, we have,
The,
I think we have more, I think treatment about the last month, so we have
medium
like
and large.
a couple medium markets, yeah. What is that, like, I mean, it's very in, it's where they.
It was better.
Half of them are, half of them are pretty big.
Yeah, I think she bought one, yeah.
Oh.
I think it's fun though.
Anyway.
Cause that was the day of conferences, I walked in wearing my sweatshirt and she stopped me in the hallway and she was like, I need one. And I was like, we're selling them. They'll be it.
But if anyone, yeah, if anyone wants to think about doing, you know, being a co-director, me and Tracy's only advice would be, it's really good to have someone that you're like friends. Because it's a very, like, you are in constant contact with that person, so you could do it with someone you don't know, but.
you're
You're
gonna.
getting
You're gonna
different.
get very
You're-
connected. Yes, you're. It's helpful if you're like, you have a friend and you get in it together.
Any questions about Turkey Shop?
It really was great. You guys-
It's so.
That's really good.
Really fun.
It's, and even Kelly said that, you know, that doesn't.
Oh, Steph came up to me a good thing, she goes to me and Tracy, she goes, I just have to tell you, and we're like bracing, like big criticism.
No.
Then Kelly and I are control freaks, we're like, yeah, she's like, well, we don't have anything to say about you guys.
Not saying a lot.
Because I was like.
Race for it.
You got to, you're really good.
There, yeah.
Okay. Do we have any announcements? Any big announcements that we can- I don't think so.
No, there's that, because everything is just, it's just him.
Yeah, that sounds pretty. Aside from all the concerts.
I was gonna say the concerts, the parties.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Hanley, do you know times on parties? One of our parents was asking.
No, not all of them,
Okay.
not
She
yet,
has a third grader and a
um,
fifth grader, and she was trying to volunteer, but she didn't, she had to make sure that fifth grade.
yeah, the grade levels are in the process of letting me
Okay.
know.
Alright.
So far,
It
I
didn't matter, I
think,
mean, it's not an emergency.
yeah, the only one that I'm aware of is third grade, and I don't know off the top of my head.
I can tell you kindergarten.
I'm sorry.
I can tell you kindergarten and second if you want to know.
Well, the reason I need to know is because we're also gonna figure out which volunteers are coming in, so we have to do the clearances in advance. So, but, sure,
Kindergarten is on Thursday at 9 AM.
Okay.
At least AM kindergarten.
Yep.
And
they're
second
doing
grade,
Thursday, that's right.
yeah, because kindergarten on Friday is so short.
All of them.
Yeah.
Ours are, the third grade's on Thursday.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fourth grade. on Thursday.
Yeah.
Second grade's on. Second grade's Friday at 9.
Jen said maybe late February for the baby.
Lunch at 11. So they're gonna be like, they're students.
Fourth grade, don't have a party. Fourth grade's at 2:20.
On,
On
obviously Thursday, okay, yep, thank you.
Third grade's at 10.
10 AM.
We already talked about MLK Day. Lots of stuff going on for that. Camp Fair is gonna be on January 27th, so mark your calendars. We're getting a lot of inquiries from camps, already, so I reached out to Mike today to see when he wants to send those email.
What do you need help with that?
Possibly, I can reach out to the same teams to help. Or what support he needs from PTO in drawing up volunteers or whatever he needs for that. I know that he's already gotten the building use form from Carolyn. And cleared the date with her. Made her aware of the need for the tables, so the tables will be available. But now I think it's just a matter of getting the individual camps signed up, having them pay the fee. And promoting the event. So again, that's on the 27th of January. Any new business? Okay. Well, that was a short agenda this night, this evening, because there's not a whole lot going on in December.
There's a lot going on.
There's not going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Is there a motion to adjourn? Sure. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, we are adjourned. Our next meeting is Tuesday, January 9th, right here in the library. 7 p.m. Tell your friends. Bring a friend.
Sorry, when's the next one, January?
January.
Just to make sure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Take some cookies.
Thanks, Ally.
Yes, please.
Allison, did you bring any bags?
I did,
I forgot the ones I said I would bring, this is sorry.